Hello and welcome to Alaska RC Addict. My name's Shane. I want to do a first video introducing myself, my experience with RCs, and what I've learned from my entrance into the RC world. A little bit of history. About 25 years ago or so, I used to play with nitrous RCs a bit. It was a lot of fun, a lot of work. I learned a lot about the vehicles, but seemed to be putting too much time into keeping them running and not enough time into playing with them, so I quit around 20 years ago. About June of 2019, I started playing with the electric side of the RC world as we got a little bit faster, a lot more performance out of them at that point. I've built quite a few kits. I've done a lot of purchases of ready-to-run kits, and whether it's some of the crawlers or even some of the small kits that are real beginners kits, which I'll definitely go through and review at a later time. I'd really like to give a shout out to Anchorage House of Hobbies. They've been there through this COVID pandemic, and they've really put a lot of support to all of us hobbyists, whether it's RCs, modelists, rocket builders, train sets. They've really helped to keep this going a lot easier for all of us. So let me show you a little bit of my collection that I've acquired at this time. In the past year or so, I've gathered about 35 different RCs. Some of them are some toys, such as the little red car down below, a few cars for street vehicles, even some older vintage vehicles, AX10s, an old OC Nightcrawler. Both of these grasshoppers are original grasshoppers. A couple kits that I've done for the AMP MTs. One is mine, one is my wife's. It was the first kit she put together. She really enjoyed that. Old Firestorms. Quite a few crawlers, as you can tell. It's probably one of our biggest things that we do up here. I've managed to acquire me a sailboat for the fun and new experience to try out. Of course, we have some of our bashers, some monster trucks, couple Sentins, low seas, an original frog that I just picked up, and some of the bigger scale 1/5 scale rigs I started doing, including some of the printing jobs that I've done now with our 3D printer and changing up everything around for it. As well, I'd like to point out some of the stuff that we do here. Crawl Alaska is a group that we use up here in the state of Alaska. They're mainly focused on some crawling events and such that we do to kind of break up the monotony of sitting around and sitting at home. As we get into the winter, it's going to be a little bit harder because we're going to be sitting in this position where it's pretty chilly and we don't go out quite as much to play on the side of the mountain. So a lot of folks do run some indoor courses, whether it's some small stuff in their house with 24th scale, even some small race courses that are built in basements to enjoy the time out here. Our Crawl Alaska stickers are provided to us by AutoTats. The owner, Bobby, is really good about making sure to help provide to the community that's up here and give us some of those extra things that we need to do, whether it's wraps for different vehicles or just simple stickers that we like and we appreciate. I'll get back to you here soon with some reviews of some of these vehicles. I have quite a few SCX10s. I just got rid of my Traxxas. I've got some older crawlers such as the AX10, the Nightcrawler, and even some of the entry models such as the Red Cat Everest 10 here. So I'll be happy to be posting up some videos here probably later this week, and I hope that all you folks will enjoy what I'm doing here.